Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next section of your training, which is on planning a unit. From now on, you are going to plan for your class to take place 6 days a week. Previously, you were planning 3 lessons per week. Now, the students are going to have your class every day, Sunday through Friday. We're still going to plan the distributions in 2-week chunks, which means that each distribution will have 12 lessons in it. The core subjects, Nepali, English, math, science, and social, you should aim for students to be spending about 30 minutes a day on your class. Jadon talked about planning for the year. So that means that you've already looked at your textbook and you've looked at all of the possible topics and chosen which topics you're going to teach and when. You've also thought about how long it's going to take to teach each topic. For the purpose of this training, we're going to call each topic a unit. So, for example, in science, a topic might be force. So we'd say, okay, we're going to teach a unit on force. For social, it might be government. We're going to teach a unit on government. So just so there's no confusion, unit equals topic. So within your unit, you're going to have all the activities related to that topic. You're going to have readings, learning activities, questions, assessments. And so what you want to do when you're starting to plan is look at everything that is available for that unit in the textbook. So that'll be all the readings and the questions and things like that. Then you need to think to yourself, is there enough material to make sure students can master the topic? If the topic, for example, is government, is there enough in the textbook that the students will understand everything they need to know about government or force or whatever the topic is? Then you need to think, do I need to find supplementary materials to add to the textbook materials? After you've gathered all of your resources, which is everything you want the students to do within the unit, then you can start planning. So you see how many days you think each topic, each unit will take. And it's going to be different than real life teaching. So you all have taught your units before and you've done your daily lesson plans, but maybe there are some things in your daily lesson plans that you can't do for distance learning. So you might have to make some adjustments. Maybe it's going to take more days to teach the unit, or maybe you can do it in a shorter time. To give students structure, we're going to create a weekly plan, which will also help you in your planning. So with Jadon, you created an annual plan. Now we're going to take each unit and break it up into a daily schedule. For each day, you're going to give a brief summary of the learning activities. This is going to be so that the students can take a look and see what they need to be doing for that day. And then it's also going to help you to make sure that everything that you want covered in the unit is included. So this is a sample weekly lesson plan or unit plan for class 4 math. Okay, so at the top I have the subject, class, teacher, and their contact number. The topic this week, it's going to be number system. Number system is the first unit in the class 4 math book, and it's a pretty long unit. Okay, so we're not going to get through it in this week, so there's only one topic for this week. And then I also listed the materials that are required. They're going to need their textbook, and they're going to need their copy. I would also add anything else that they might need. Maybe they need some worksheets. Maybe they need some materials from around their house. So then you look at the daily learning activities. On Sunday, they're going to have a do now, and then they're going to do some activities in their textbook. On Monday, they're going to have a do now, and then they're going to do some activities in their textbook. On Tuesday, they're going to have a do now, and then they're having a sprint worksheet, and then they're going to do some activities in their textbook. Wednesday, there's a do now, and then a place value activity. The directions for that will be later. On Thursday, a do now, a sprint, and then some activities in the textbook. And then on Friday, a counting activity, and then a weekly quiz. We want you to give a quiz, a short quiz, every week for all the subjects you teach, so that at the end of the week, students can review everything they learned that week. So everything they learned from Sunday to Thursday will be covered on Friday's quiz. So this is just a brief overview for the students, for them to get an idea of what they're going to be doing in your subject for the week. So what you want to be looking for is a connection from one day to the next. So you want to look at Sunday's activities and then Monday's activities and make sure that there's some sort of flow from one lesson until the next. A do now is a really good opportunity for that. On Monday, your do now can review what they learned on Sunday, and then Monday's lesson can build on what they learned on Sunday. From Sunday to Friday, you want to have a smooth build in skills and difficulty. So you really want to make sure that what they're doing on Sunday leads into Monday, Monday leads into Tuesday, Tuesday leads into Wednesday, so that every day they're building. If Sunday is really easy and then Monday is all of a sudden really difficult, the students are going to get confused and discouraged. So really look at what is in the textbook or in the materials that you're assigning and make sure that the students have all the skills that they need to do those activities. Make sure it's a smooth build in skills and difficulty. Lastly, we also want to engage our students outside their textbooks. If you look at your lesson plan for the unit and every day there's a do now and textbook activities, the students are going to get really bored really fast. Okay? If every day for every subject they're just cracking open their textbook and answering questions, they're going to get bored. So your unit plan is a really good opportunity for you to look at everything that you've chosen and made sure that you're engaging students outside of just textbook activities. What we want you to also include are some place-based activities where students have an opportunity to engage with their environment. This doesn't always mean nature. We talked about this in our place-based workshop. Just because students are outside playing with leaves doesn't mean that it's a place-based activity. Place-based means that they are actively engaging critically in their brains with the world around them. So it might be talking to their family members, it might be making a map of their community, using natural objects is place-based, okay? But you really have to be thoughtful about how you plan your place-based activity. We also want to include opportunities for higher order thinking. So in the textbook, there's going to be a lot of coverage of those bottom two levels of Bloom's taxonomy. There's a lot of remember, which is recognizing and recalling facts, and there's a lot of understand, which means understanding what the facts mean. What you want to do is challenge yourself and challenge your students to find activities where students can apply and analyze maybe even evaluate and create, though I think that would be difficult for distance learning, but apply and analyze the things that they're learning. Okay, so that's going to require you to be really creative. And we want the students to have a higher order thinking activity every week. Now, if you look at the unit plan, maybe on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, they need to be doing those lower levels of remember and understand. Then by Wednesday and Thursday, they can do a higher order thinking activity. Okay. So, for example, in this lesson plan, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a lot of textbook activities, but then, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are textbook activities, but then on Wednesday, there's a place value activity. And that's a project that I would design where students have to really engage and apply all of the knowledge that they've been practicing in their textbook. So for every subject, for every grade level, it's going to look different of how you're planning and what your activities look like. But we really just want you to be thoughtful and creative. And when you're thinking about Bloom's taxonomy and how to design good activities, your department heads and your pedagogical supervisors are really good resources, okay? Now, in your next unit, you're going to get a little more detail from Beth on your daily lesson plans, and then Juan is going to give his training on supplementary resources, which is going to help you pull in those extra engaging activities for your students. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.